What if the biggest immigration story in Canada is not the number you keep hearing on the news? What if the real story is hidden in a category most people never even talk about? So let me ask you this. If you were told 500,000 people came, but the real impact was 2 or 3 times bigger, would that change how you see housing, taxes, and your future? In the next few minutes, you're going to hear an exchange that most Canadians will never watch, but it could change how you understand what's happening in this country. Do not skip, because once you hear this, you can't unhear it.
How does this touch upon youth unemployment?
Right. Well, what happens if you're bringing a lot of temporary resident students who then are working, so they're taking the kinds of jobs I would want to have if I'm 16, 17, 18.
What you are about to hear next is a direct question inside Canada's Parliament that challenges the foundation of the country's immigration policy and its impact on housing and healthcare. Ask yourself this: if policy grows faster than housing supply, what happens to rent? If population grows faster than hospital capacity, what happens to wait times? If planning does not match reality, who pays the price? Listen carefully to what is said and also to what is implied, because this conversation sets the foundation for everything that follows.
Can you elaborate on how the Liberal government's failure specifically destabilized Canada's ability to provide housing and healthcare?
Well, I don't know if I can help on specifically housing and healthcare, but in general, there are large numbers. We were just talking about permanent residents, and we were going up towards 500,000.
Ask yourself this: if government targets are publicly announced for one category, but other categories expand rapidly at the same time, can infrastructure, labor markets, and local communities realistically keep up? What this really means. When temporary resident numbers expand rapidly, they create immediate demand for rental units, basement apartments, shared accommodation, and short-term housing. This can accelerate overcrowding in certain urban areas and push local rental prices higher, even if permanent resident targets remain stable. Rapid, short-term population growth can distort data used for policy decisions. When people move in and out of status categories quickly, it becomes harder for planners to forecast school enrollment, transport capacity, and even food supply chains, leading to long-term structural pressure that is not visible in simple headline numbers. For more in-depth breakdowns of immigration, housing, taxes, and Canada's future, subscribe to Canada Insight Network.